Hello, hi guys, how are you? Maybe this morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this video. So we are going to have a conversation about stand for something or fall for anything. I know there are people who are wondering, hii gani ni gani? So standing for something or falling for anything basically means that if you don't have plans, people will make plans with you. If you don't have a direction of where you are going, people will always take advantage of your time. If people have noticed that anytime they call you are available, they will always abuse your time because they know that Wayama ukimpigia tu anytime anapatikananga tu. So they will not even inform you that they're doing something. They will wait until the last minute and then they'll be like, by the way, Wayama tuko na hii kitu tunafanya, because they know you always show up regardless. So make sure that you stand for something. These are our values. You know, what can you do? The people who they'll always step our boundaries and just to test us and see how far can we go. But if they realize they can step on your toe so many times and there's nothing you can do, they'll always make sure that they take advantage of that and they'll do something because they know huyu hata nikifanyia kitu mbaya hakuna kitu atafanya, because now they have learned you. And so if you are not there that people know Wayamo cannot do this, they'll always cross your boundary and they'll always do things that will make you so mad, but for them they're like si yako tu sawa. And there are those people who are very very cruel, like they'll do something even to your spouse, like they'll wake up in the morning and just go and purchase something and they'll come and tell you, by the way, there was this piece of land that was being sold and I've already sent the down payment, because they know there's no consequences of doing that, because they know wewe unaendanga tu na flow and you don't stand for anything. And this is the same thing that you find people coming and saying, I went to this bash, I did not want to go, but my friend took me there and now I was drunk and a lot of things happened. Now I don't know even what will come out of this. Maybe somebody even slept with me without my knowledge, or maybe they put something in the alcohol or the soda, because people, you don't have boundaries and they're taking advantage of that. So what are you standing for? What are your values? What are your beliefs? If people know that you are genuinely and truly born again and you have a good relationship with God, I'm not saying religion, I'm saying if you have a good relationship with God, there are things they cannot come and tell you. They know that this person, they don't gossip. They know that if this is a deal, that there's corruption in it, so and so will not allow us to do it. So we are going to do this because yeye hata kubali. And these things will help you even to relate with people. These things will help you that before someone comes to you to share something with you, they already know what you are standing for. They already know that you cannot bring someone down. They already know that you cannot gang up against someone who is doing the right thing. So what are you standing for? And even in our families, there are these relatives who they'll just call you for money. But if they realize every time they call you for money, you just, give your money right, left, and center. The first time you give them, they'll say thank you several times. The second time you give them that money, they'll be like, it is now their right. And now, mnaanza kukosana, because now you are telling them, return my money. They cannot return it. They feel like they're part of your salary, they're part of your income, that you should always consider them. And there are even parents who they'll even manipulate you. I breastfed you. I'm the one who brought you up. Hata ningekutoa, hata ningetoa hiyo mimba. I was having this client who was telling me, by the way, I don't talk to my mom for the longest time because my mom will always remind me that if it was not for me to keep that pregnancy, haungekuwa kwa hii dunia. So it means you owe me a lot and your life belongs to me, and I'm the one even to make decisions for you because I was to abort you, but I decided to keep the pregnancy. So make sure that whatever I do, you obey. And this parent will always manipulate this child, this lady, that she'll even tell the mom, I don't have money. But the mom will be like, if you don't send that money, don't ever call me, don't ever talk to me. Because apparently this lady hajui babake. So the mother is the only parent that she knows. So some of us as parents, we always do bad things to our children, for sure. So make sure that you stand for something, that if someone comes to you, they will know so and so cannot do this. And even standing for something will help us even to choose the friends that we have, because if you don't stand for something, then what will make you to shortlist your friends. Because the reason why we can shortlist our friends is because they're those who will not be comfortable with our values, and they'll feel like, I don't want to be part of this. Me, I'm a party animal and I don't want to be engaged with someone who they don't party. Now you can shortlist your friends because now you have your own principles and you have your own values. And they know I cannot go to this such a place with this person. I remember one time, sometimes back, I think 4 5 years ago. Yes, I was meeting with this person in town, and then the person was telling me we need to meet in a such a place. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I didn't suggest where to meet, but during our conversation, this person was like, najua wewe huwezi come kwa club. That's why I decided we come and meet in this place. I was like, yeah, that's good because you know me. So when they know what you're standing for, they'll not take you to a very funny places, and then they'll be like acting surprised that hata wewe pia ukujangi huku. It's because I've not made your values straight. And sometimes it's not all about saying it. It's all about how you carry yourself, how you behave with people, how you have a conversation with them, and the kind of things that you do. They'll always be like, this one. I remember there's this guy who was giving a story, and he was saying that there's this lady who used to be in their CU back in campus. And the lady was so devoted. The lady was, wife material, for lack of a better word. And then there's this one day, they were just clubbing, and then this lady showed up. This guy said, I took her by the hand and told her, you have to go back home. Tutaoa kina nani. So the lady went back home, and the lady was like, okay, so you mean these guys, they know who to marry and who to waste time with. And this guy was saying, I knew that this lady was somebody who can keep a marriage because of how she conducted herself and how she was behaving and like how the boundaries and all that. So this day I was looking at her like, what have you come to do here? So you have to go home so that we'll find wives to marry. And the question is, so it means the ones that they were clubbing with, they were not planning to marry them. They were just planning to use them. So setting boundaries and standing for something even will make people to know the kind of a person you are. And nowadays, love has really changed. By the way, you may feel like this person loves you, but chances are they're just using you. So audit yourself. Make sure that you're sure that this is love. This is not wasting time. People will say, we are compatible, we enjoy things together, we do things together. Sometimes you have to audit. Are they just wasting your time because you are available? Or are they there for the real thing? So when you show people that you don't have focus, you don't have plans for your life, you don't have anything moving in your life, every time you're available, they'll always misuse you. They'll always call you even to go and when they're bored, they're like, Oyamo, can you just come over? Because they know you'd have nothing to do and you're always available. So what are you standing for? Even in a conversation, the people who they're just lukewarm, they are not hot, they're not cold. They're just neutral. They're just like, me, I don't have anything to say. I don't take sides. Me, I'm just there. Then at the end of the day, you are nowhere. So let people know where you are standing. I remember this story of, I think it was Elijah. It was Elijah or Elisha. That this the god of Baal. And one day, this prophet was mad. And he said, guys, you know what? We are going to end this conversation. So if you believe in God, decide. If you believe in Baal and the prophets of Baal, decide. And we know what happened. The fire came from heaven and all that. So it's reached a point in life that you have to make a decision. That you're either in for it or you're out completely. And when you make that decision, of course, it comes a lot of consequences, a lot of pain, sometimes a lot of loneliness. But is it worthy of it? Because one of the things that is making people to make bad choices nowadays, one of the reasons why people are wasting their lives, one of the reasons why people are experiencing depression and anxiety, one of the reasons why people are addicted to some hard drugs and abusing drugs is because of the need to be loved and to belong. There are those people I talk to and they're like, Oyamo, I don't know how I find myself here. But is there a way out for me to get out of this? And the reason why they're there is because they wanted to belong. They were being told, kwani wewe unakuanga aje? Kwani wewe ni mother of Jesus? One lady told me that I went with a friend somewhere and they were ordering alcohol, and I told them me I don't take alcohol. And one of the friends said, basi enda kwa duka ukakunywe soda hapo kwa mlango ya duka. Because according to this friend, you cannot come to this place and refuse to take alcohol. If you don't want to take alcohol, enda ukasimame pale kwa kiosk ukunywe soda. And this lady walked out because she was like, I can't do this. And you did not tell me what you are going to do here. As much as it is a bash, I know we are here, but you can't tell me if I'm not taking alcohol, I go to the kiosk. Fine, let me go to the kiosk. So it comes with a lot of loneliness and a lot of losing some friends. And of course, we'll have different friends as you continue. So make sure that you're standing for something, and make sure that after everything is said and done, you will be one of the people who will be told, well done, good and faithful servant. Good and faithful servant is not somebody who was not focused. It is not somebody who was there to go with the wave. It is not somebody who was there to listen to everybody. It is not somebody who was there just to seek external validation. Because as you seek that validation, you will end up even doing things and compromising your faith because you want to have that like, you want to have that good comment, because you don't want people to talk bad about you. But at the end of the day, if you stand for something, life is funny. Those people who are pretenders, they'll vanish, and the true and genuine people will just come your way. So don't fear to make a stand. Don't fear to build boundaries. Don't fear to stand for who you are. Don't fear to be like, okay, I'm an extrovert, but I don't want to talk. If I talk, maybe this person will feel so bad. Let me just pretend. Until when? At the expense of who? Okay, I don't take alcohol, but I don't mind taking some wine, because if I don't, this person will leave me. Until when? I love people. There are ladies out here who they will always say, Oyamo, I'll meet a guy and I'll tell them in the first date, I'm a single mom of 2. They either take it or leave it. There are even those guys who are so proud. They'll even tell a guy or a lady, I'm HIV positive from the word go, so that they choose mapema. And these are people who have decided, I don't want someone to waste my time. I don't want to live a life that does not belong to me. I don't want to pretend. Let them take it or leave it. Hakuna ku waste time. So make sure that you take a stand from the word go, so that you don't come and say, after all I did to you, these 5 years, these 10 years, these 3 years. If they find out mapema that you are a single mom, then they'll have to deal with it. If they don't want to be engaged with a single parent, then let them walk away, because you cannot swallow your children. If they are not comfortable with you being a single dad, let them walk away, because you cannot kill your children. So make sure that you stand for something, in the sense that just pick up your mind and let people know how far they can go when they're doing some things to you. Let people know the consequences of some treatments that they can even show to you. So standing for something basically means that we are making good choices, and it means we are just focusing on what we were created to do. Because if you want to please everyone, you will waste your life under the sun. People say that if you want to please everyone, sell ice cream. There are those guys who are asthmatic, they don't take ice cream. So even selling ice cream does not make you eligible, or does not qualify you to please everyone. There are those guys who don't take ice cream. So make sure that whatever you are doing, just make a stand and let people know from the word go. If you want to be my friend, this and this is what I believe in. If you want us to have this business contract together, this is what I believe in. If you want us to invest in this thing together, these are my beliefs. So that they make that choice mapema. They don't waste your time and you don't waste their time. So make sure that in this life, you stand for something. Know your purpose. Once you've realized your purpose, then find out the right people that you can put in your boat. But if you don't know your purpose again, you'll always want to okota Tom, Dick and Harry, and they'll always waste your time. But if you know where you are going, as a man, as a woman, you'll always make rational decisions when it comes to life choices, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friends, when it comes to content, when it comes to reading, when it comes to everything that you do, when it comes to finances, because you already know where you are heading. So for now, I pray that you'll find your purpose, and also you'll not be a people pleaser. You'll not be a generous person that you want to give everything. You'll not be someone who wants people to love them, because in this life, whether you are Jesus or Satan, you'll have haters. So if you think that being Jesus, everybody will love you, go and ask Jesus and people who crucified him. If you think that being Satan, everybody will love you, go and ask people who believe in God. They hate Satan. So let this settle and sink. Whether you are Jesus or Satan, you'll always have haters. So choose your path, choose your ground, and let people know what you're standing for. So for now, bye bye.